Hello again, mechanical engineering friends. How are you? Welcome to another mechanical engineering board exam license reviewer. Today's topic is on the ways of seating nurses and engineers. We have a problem here, and remember, if we have a problem, we have a solution. The number of ways can 3 nurses and 4 engineers be seated on a bench with the nurses seated together is, okay, analyzing the given, we've got 3 nurses and 4 engineers, and they also have a way of sitting, which is the nurses needed to be together. Okay, so the unknown is the number of ways that 3 nurses and 4 engineers can be seated with nurses seated together. Okay, before we go to the solution, I'd like to invite you to please subscribe, like, and share. Subscribe, like, share the knowledge, please, and thank you. Now we're back to the solution. So here is our working formula. W equals M times E times G, where W is the unknown, the number of ways that 3 nurses and 4 engineers can be seated with the 3 nurses seated together. N is the number of seating arrangements of the 3 nurses. E is the number of seating arrangement of the 4 engineers. So even though the 3 nurses are seated together, they still can like nurse 1 can sit on the first, nurse 2 can sit on the third. They're still nurses, but they can sit, as long as they're seated together, they can sit, they have choices for seats. And so the same for engineers. So that'll be taken into consideration. And then G is for grouping, the grouping orders of seating the nurses and engineers with the nurses seated together. And you will see much more clearer when I show you the diagram later. Okay, so for N now N is the number of ways of seating just the nurses, is 3 times 2 times 1, 6. And for engineers, there's 4 of them, so E is equal to 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, E equals 24. Okay, here is the interesting part. Solve for G. If we look at the grouping order below, there, we can see that G is equal to 5. First line is the top one is we can see that the nurses are seated together there on the leftmost, and then on the second line there's an engineer on the leftmost, and then the nurses seated together. The third line, there's 2 engineers on the leftmost, and then the 3 nurses seated together. The fourth line, there's 3 engineers on the leftmost, and the 3 nurses seated together. And on the fifth line, we can see that the nurses are at the rightmost. So there are 5 seating orders here. So then we substitute all the values into the formula. We've got 6, that's our N, 6. E was 24. So 6 times 24 times our G, which was 5. So multiply all of them, we've got 720. Okay, I hope this was helpful to you. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. And please remember to subscribe, like, and share. Okay, cheers. Have a good one.